Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel physicssirjee. And first of all, apologies for delaying this physics final step problem solving course with detailed solutions that I promised for JEE Advanced 2023 students. As you could see from my voice, that I'm not completely well, and I've not been keeping well from the last, actually speaking, 25 to 30 days, some kind of illness or the other, and it has become uh, slightly exaggerated in the last 1 week. And I've posted also in the community post that I'm getting back to normal, but it's not completely normal. So, with whatever energy that is left, because this is very important for 2023, I will try my best to explain what this course features are and what this problem solving course with the detailed solutions means, and what is this 40-day plan that I have prepared. That I'll do with that. And uh, so to cut the long story short, this is the outline of the problem solving course, where the entire physics syllabus has been divided into 20 chapters, the 20th part being the newly added JEE Advanced syllabus, which is added this year. I've already launched a separate course for this. Lots of students have shown extreme interest in that. That itself tells you that extra care has to be taken for this part in this year's JEE Advanced 2023. We'll talk about that later. Rest of the entire physics in sequential order that I feel students should be revising in the last 40 days have been given here. And the number of problems that are there in this entire course, except this 20th chapter, are 464 in the level 1, and level 2 is 254. What is level 1 and level 2? And what are the details of this course? I'll explain inside the video. Why I put this entire thing at the start is some of the students don't need explaining. They already know that when a course comes from my side, whether I'm well or not well, once I'm releasing it, a lot of care would have been taken in the last 15-20 days to come up with this course. So this is the price for that course. There are no coupon codes, no extra efforts that you need to put up. So it's already 40 days. So this is the final price that would be there, one and only final price. So the explanation of the course will be done later, but in case you want to go and start off the purchase and start off your preparation, you can immediately skip all the things that I'm going to tell and go into the slide. Okay, right. So let me start off the formal part here. How these problems are divided. So you could see the work for energy. There are 22 problems in level 1 and 5 problems in level 2, and all that different chapters that I have written down here. I'll explain that inside. So before moving ahead, whenever you start watching some videos from this channel of physicssirjee, please do leave a like and share the content with the peers of yours. If you're a student, try to share it with your fellow students. If you're a teacher, you try to share it with other teachers and your students. It would be of great help. Also, our Hindi channel, try to give it the same kind of love that you have giving to the English channel. Okay, so uh, these for the new students, there are a lot of testimonials that you can read, because nowadays students who have not seen my face, they should know what kind of pedigree I have, what kind of teaching experience that I have. So for them, you can go ahead to the physicssirjee.in website, and in that About Me section, you can read the different available testimonials given by the students. I've also uh, uploaded some video testimonials in the last few months during the app launch. So there is a separate playlist for that. You can check that one out before finalizing what you want to do. Okay. So study plan, explanation, and all that for that particular problem solving course, and for the next 40 days, how you should go about. I'll explain that. So we'll go through a few slides, and then we'll open the content folder of the course in the physicssirjee app and try to see what it contains and how the students are supposed to follow it. And there are some free parts also in that schedule. So I'm assuming the schedule being used by people who purchase the course, they will definitely benefit. But the students who are doing their self-study and not purchasing the course also, they will also have some important features to understand inside the course. So you can go through that as I move along in that order in the video. So first and foremost, if you open the physicssirjee app, like always you do, and you go to this thumbnail of the course, which you will find in the store section. And this is the price that you could see. There will be a description below. You can open that and you can read that. All the important features of the course are explained, like any other course in the app. Okay, so final step course is a rank boosting JEE Advanced problem solving course for the last 40 days of your preparation. Entire JEE Advanced Physics syllabus is divided into 20 chapters, as I explained, and problems for each chapter are subdivided into levels 1 and 2. What are level 1 and 2? I'll talk about that at the end. A schedule planner for 40 days is provided to students to finish their revision chapter wise. This planner, remember, it will start from this coming Monday, which is 17th of April. Okay, right. Each level further has ample practice. So level 1 and level 2 I talked about. No, now we are discussing what happens in each level. Each level, level 1 or level 2, has ample practice of JEE advanced models of all the important sections that you have in our JEE advanced paper in the last 5 6 years that are repeating, right? I've tried to give more questions of that kind: single option questions, multi option correct, paragraph, integer, numerical, matrix matching, and also some of the subjective questions. Okay, absolute care has been taken to cover all syllabus points, because that is the most important thing when you are doing any course for the last 40 days, especially of the problem solving types. And problem solving methods of all types are tried to be covered during these whatever 500 questions in level 1 and somewhere around 300 questions in level 2. So you could almost put it at 800 questions plus some 20 to 30 questions I'll give on the new syllabus. So near about 800 plus questions that you are going to do, you will be able to cover all the problem solving methods in 40 days, which is a decent number of questions you are supposed to do. You can put it at a count of 20 questions per day. Okay, right. Detailed solutions in PDF form are provided to the students so that they don't waste time in asking doubts or searching and watching the video solutions on the net, especially those students who have finished their theory revision and looking for exclusive problem practice. What is care that you have taken in this course is that whenever you see a kinematics final step assignment inside the course, you'll also have a kinematics final step solution file inside. That solution file, some of you have already taken test series from me. How detailed I give the solutions, you already understand. So by having the solutions also inside this course, there will be very a rare chance that you require my assistance in the doubt solving group. Okay, right? You may not require that much. Okay, so but you will have a doubt solving group under the emergency situations. But I hope you understand my idea. In the last 40 days, for one single question, you should not be waiting for the entire day for that questions solution being discussed in either a telegram group or a doubts group, or searching for the solution on the net. That should not happen. You have solved the question and you want the answer or the solution, it should be almost instantaneous so that you can do more questions and get satisfied in your confidence levels. Okay, so now let's go what is level 1. So the level 1 problems that I have given, test your skills and solutions, are going to be given in such a way that it brushes your skills and concepts to help you score up to 75% marks in JEE Advanced. Most of the JEE Advanced questions are going to be on the basics and their application, right? Not obviously they won't ask direct questions like mains, but basic level, but application will be tested. Those kind of questions are often you could say overlooked by the students in want or search for heavy looking or tough looking questions. Yes, tough looking questions will come, but they don't form the 75% of the marks in JEE Advanced. So this level 1 is compulsory for all types of students, whether you mark yourself as an average student or an above average student or a topper. This level 1 questions are to be done without any hesitation in that particular period. Okay, right. Some of the students have this slight ego that I have to solve more and more tough questions. Easy questions are not for me. That is not going to be good for your preparation in the last 40 days. The reason, whether the question is easy or tough is not going to finally determine your rank. It is about within a time given, whether you are able to attempt that question and get to the final answer, that is going to decide your rank. That is the difference between Olympiad preparation and JEE Advanced preparation. In JEE Advanced, getting to the final answer without making a mistake for this 75% is going to make it very, very important. Lots of students in the exam, even after knowing the question, due to exam pressure and less practice, generally don't reach the final answer. Once they come out of the exam, they realize but this question was solvable. That type of questions are given in this level 1. Okay. Now, level 2 problems are optional. Even though it's optional, I highly recommend, because usual type of students that take up my channel, my courses are all slightly above average students. Okay. Right. They may not be above average in maths and chemistry, but they are generally strong in physics. Okay. So for those students who are aiming to score more than 75%, 75 to 85 or 90%, right? Those people are supposed to go through the level 2. Even chapter wise also, you can decide whether you have to do level 1 or level 2. For example, for a questions chapter like kinematics, where easy questions are usually asked in JEE Advanced, you can stop at level 1 and skip maybe initially level 2 of kinematics. But when it comes to, let's say, EMI or AC, where slightly tougher and tougher questions are coming in the day to day changes that are made in the JEE Advanced, you may actually have a glance at the level 2 questions also. Maybe within level 2, try to attempt more than one correct and numerical type questions more often, because you see paper 1 and paper 2, the other sections may or may not be given, but these two sections, more than one correct and the numerical based questions, or maybe even paragraph based questions, these are the type of models that you are supposed to attempt a bit more. So that is the idea of these two. Now, what is the source of these level 1 and level 2 questions? Remember, I have been working on this particular final step in all the offline centers that I have worked till now, in all the China batches. So this is a brainchild that I have been using in order to you could say prep the toppers in the last 45 50 days, and it has been a very good successful formula. Now every year I keep changing this final step assignments that I have with me, with 20 to 30% of new questions, and by removing the old questions that people would have seen, and I will keep adding better questions. So last year when I taught Yashwant, who was in AR 23rd rank, so the previous year's final step assignment that I have given, I've changed it by somewhere around 30 to 40%. Now I've taken that particular assignment this time and removed some of the questions that I've already given them in the DPPs and all those things that are there with your course students. And also for new students, they might have seen those questions in day-to-day life practice. And I've replaced them. Remember, concepts cannot be replaced, problems can be, right? So using the same concept, I've replaced them with slightly newer problems in order to ensure that the practice is up to the mark. Facing slightly newer problems is going to always be important and recommended in the last 40 days. At the same time, there will be also some familiar concepts that you need to re-revise in order to get to this 75% marks in the JEE Advanced. So it's a nice amalgamation and a combination of all these questions put at one place. Not only that, also the sequence of syllabus is maintained. It's not like a dump of questions that you will find when you are searching through the internet. Okay, so that is the importance. So every year it gets filtered. So when I launch this final step next year, 2024, it will be a better version of what you are going to get in 2023. So that's what experience, and that's where the experience of the teacher comes into picture. Okay. Now, you can also read all these things that I said in detail here: problem sheets of 20 chapters, detailed solutions of all level 1 and level 2, doubts group within the app. Even though I said once the solutions are seen, very less doubts can be asked, but you can have other doubts, right? Not just from final steps. When you are revising your own notes or something that you have studied in the past and you're getting doubts, I should be able to answer them till the JEE Advanced 2023 date. Separate sheet to be given at the end for the newly added syllabus of EM waves. All this, please understand, as I said, the source of this level 1 and level 2 problems I have been changing over and working on them for the last 10 years, right? For the China batches and all that. Remember, the same kind of effort I was not required to be put for these chapters, and it is obvious, because these chapters are added for the first time. I need some more time in order to put forward some 20 to 30 questions for this, and which is fair enough for me to take that time instead of just giving all the questions that are there in the internet for this and dumping them. I don't want to do that. Similarly, students who have already taken the newly added syllabus, they would be requesting for more questions on this when they take this course separately. So I need to work on that. So I'll be requiring at least a month on that. So right now, let's say this is the 15th of April. So most probably by May 10th to May 12th, by that time, I will be able to put forward these in the content folder. Rest of the chapters, you'll end up getting it by Sunday night. Okay, all the chapters I'll put it. It's not like day one I'll put one chapter. I want to put all the chapters so that even though I give a plan and I give a sequence, I'll leave it to the students to attack the chapters in their own order. Okay, and revision of all problem solving techniques is done. Remember one very important thing in this course, there will be no lecture recordings. There are no lectures in this course. It's just the files, questions, and solutions. And it will be accessible through our app on Android devices like mobile or tab. Since there are no lectures, you will not be able to watch them on the web. So recently there was an issue with the web viewing of the past courses in the last 10-15 days for the students, and that has been rectified. And all the web viewing will start from Monday. But this course you will not have any web viewing because there are no lecture recordings for that. I highly recommend, if you are a student who is serious in practicing in the last 40 days, that it is always better to avoid watching video solutions and wasting time. Having a glance at the solution in a single file will give you a better understanding and also save a lot of time to solve more problems in the last 40 days. A video solution of a teacher, it will be mesmerizing, it will be nice, interesting one. If I do it, I know you will watch it, but it is not recommended in the last 40 days. Okay, so please keep this in mind. You need to have either an Android mobile or an Android tab to access these things, right? Remember, these sheets cannot be downloaded and printed because that's not a point. One person will take the course and he will download, and rest of the people will be able to access that. That should not be the way. It is accessible to all the people within the app. You can download within the app so that you can watch it even offline also, but you cannot extract it out of the app. I hope it is very, very clear so that there are no more confusions, and my time should not be wasted with unnecessary questions on this, because my time I want to dedicate in the last 40 days to all the students solving their doubts and dilemmas for those people who are taking this course and also my crash courses. Okay, right. So problem sheets are not available, downloadable in the web browser. That has been made very, very clear. And the app access for the new students who don't know is in the pin comment below. You can please access that. Now, when you go inside the content folder of that particular course, you will find all the chapters that I listed, right? And how many problems, those are in the sequence here. Inside each chapter, let's say I press on kinematics inside, you'll find 4 files. One is the level 1 assignment. One is level 1 key with detailed solution. Another one is level 2 assignment. And then again, level 2 key and with detailed solutions. I have, if you can carefully observe, wantedly not given the key and solutions in the same file as this, because what I would like to have students to do is not solve one question and check the key. Take a bunch of 10 or 15 questions, put a timer, and try to solve all the bunch of 10 or 15 questions. And then after writing down the key at a separate place or an answer or a scribble pad, then close this file, open this particular file completely, and then cross verify and check where you have gone wrong. This is the procedure you need to keep repeating. Don't check answer key after every one question. Same thing I told many students during my interactions of doubt sessions for even DPPs of crash course, but this is official video in which I am telling the same procedure. Whether you take my course or not, it doesn't matter. Whatever preparation you are doing in the last 40 days, and even during the revision or a crash course, when your teacher gives you a DPP, always take bunch of 10 questions, put 20 to 30 minutes, solve all 10, and then only check the key of all 10, and then ask your teacher the doubts of all those 10 or whatever doubts that are there existing inside that. So, as I said, right now you will see only 5 chapters because work is still going on, and I will be putting up all the chapters before the day one. Day one is going to start on Monday, so before day one, that is Sunday, you will get all the chapters. Right now, when you go inside, purchase the course till 5th chapter, that is rotational mechanics, you will find them immediately. Okay, right? If you want to start immediately tomorrow, you can start it also. Right. And when before I go to that schedule, what is day one kinematics, what is day two, so on and so forth. When I say day one kinematics or day 23 inside the schedule, I'll show the schedule. When you see heat and thermodynamics, what I mean is not just doing the final step, because I give enough time for each of these final step, right? Uh, so in that schedule, remember when I say heat and thermodynamics, step one is to finish PYQs from JEE Advanced 2022 to 2016 in heat and thermodynamics. Remember, some of you are already part of my test series or followed my advice of doing the previous year papers. In case you have already covered these papers, you can skip the step one. But if you are new or old and not done these PYQs of heat and thermodynamics, on the day when I write the heat and thermodynamics in my schedule, this is the step one. Where to get these questions? Already you might have some books where chapter wise questions of previous years are given. So I've put one of those such books in the physicssirjee app's free study material section. So for that, you need not buy this course. You can go to the download the app, go to the free material section, and then you will find the PYQs book in which chapter wise are given. You finish those first. You don't have time to finish all of them up till 1979. You can finish up till 2016. That should be more than enough for the good practice in the last 40 days. Immediately after that, step two is very important because you'll get more confidence. YouTube playlist from physicssirjee YouTube channel of this chapter. You go to the playlist section of this physicssirjee channel and scroll. It is very easy to find the subtopics of this heat and thermodynamics. There'll be some videos that I have done, and mostly a lot of students keep accepting the fact that the videos that I do have dense and rich study forms and learning forms that would be useful for the JEE advanced problem solving skills and thinking. So that should be done. And many times, a lot of questions have repeated and a lot of questions have come from our channel. Okay, so that section. That is also free. So these two steps are free and supposed to be, they're free, but they are going to be priceless during your preparation. Okay. Step three comes to the students who have purchased this course. So you go to the app, take the final step assignment of heat and thermodynamics. If you are looking at basic practice, do the level one or finish the level two. So these are the three steps when I say heat and thermodynamics in that planner that I'm going to show. Okay, right. Right. Free material section for those new students. Download the physicssirjee app from the Google Play Store, and at the top, after enrolling, you'll have a drop down in which study material point will be there. You go to the inside part. I have put a JEE Advanced Chapter Wise PYQs book. Press it inside. You'll get that 41 years chapter wise papers. Go to the thermodynamics or kinematics and finish them up till 2016. Okay. So now let's go through the day wise schedule. Okay, so this is the final step file that you'll find inside the um course content. Apart from the files of problem solving, you'll find the schedule. So this is the first page of the schedule. Nice little motivating picture and 40-day problem solving course. Then same instructions that I have given in the course features, and I've read it already for you. So those are included in the second page. And this example that I already explained about, if you see heat and thermodynamics on a particular day, what are the three things that you're supposed to do? First two things are common for all the students and available to all students, which is a must for all students. Okay, right? In case you are my old student, you have already followed the first two steps in our crash course and test series. You would be directly jumping to the step three that I explained. In step three, the final step, you'll find assignments of these problems. As you could see, a good little practice. If you include the new JEE advanced syllabus also, you'll end up getting somewhere around 750 to 800 problems in 40 days. After 40 days, you still have time. The way that schedule is designed, you'll have the last minute revision available time also. Okay. So this is the schedule that I was talking about. You could see that day one starts in my order. So I have now put the order of the syllabus back right from kinematics. I want you to start in the chronology of the syllabus. We were doing it in a different way in the crash course. Reason, we want to study heavy weightage topics. Now that the crash course is coming to the end, and not just my students, but most of the students who have taken crash course at other competent teachers and other competent channels, they would like to, let's say, avail this practice problem course. This is the order I'm talking about. Since now all the files are going to be available to you from Monday onwards, you make your own order. It's up to you. I have given this. So for each chapter, I have given two days. You could see I've given gaps also. So you can make your own plan depending on what is your level. So if you want to do both level 1 and level 2 for rotation, then give more days to it. But if you want to, let's say, finish off only level 1 of elasticity, because number of questions in elasticity in the last 10 years are very less compared to that, that is up to you. Okay. So, but you cannot discount on any chapter. You cannot say, I'll leave this chapter and I will go ahead in the JEE Advanced exam. You'll never know when a chapter like elasticity can have a comprehension based question in JEE Advanced. It has happened before also, where obscure or less important looking chapters also have been given heavier weightage in the exam. So it could be an exception case also with you in 2023. So don't underestimate any topic. At least finish level 1 of all chapters. That is what I would suggest. Okay. Since solutions are there, your process of understanding and solving would be very, very simple and easy and quick. Okay. And as you could see, once you reach day 40, the newly advanced syllabus, which I will add later, as I said already, by 12th to 15th May, these assignments would be available. And this is designated somewhere around 25th May. And you still have some 4 to 5 days where you will go through your pending YouTube playlists in case you have not yet watched, or in case you are watching this video and joining this course a bit later, you're supposed to do those things on your own, right? And pending YouTube playlists. And finally, revise your formula sheet or error list sheet that you have prepared whenever you're taking any exam, or even during this final step assignment solving, where you have gone wrong and solution, or me, let's say you asked a doubt for me and those solutions have been corrected later on, then make a note of it somewhere and you have to re-revise them in the last few days, 3 4 days. And also you should have a formula sheet already developed by you, but in case you don't have, don't worry, I will put up a standard formula sheet free for all during this last 1 week. Okay, right now you should have your own formula sheet. By chance you don't have it, I'll have an alternative for you, don't worry, but always having it for your own in your own handwriting would always help. Okay, so this is what I would like to explain for the planner part. Okay, right. So let me go back. So that's it. In case you are new, you want to read about the reviews and all that, you go to the launch of the January 26th batch 2 crash course video. In the pinned comment, you will find a student's advice or review for the students. It's not just a praise, it has all the points covered of how I take the crash course and all that. Okay. And doubt solving, how it is done in this particular course, already have explained many times. So you can go into this video and look at it. So doubts are either answered using text messages like you see on the screen, or an audio message in case someone is asking me in Hindi or English and I want to talk, then I'll be able to post that in the doubts group. Or in case a tough problems of this kind are asked, I'll be posting a handwritten solution. So these are the 3 ways I've already explained many times. So this is just a formality for new students watching this video. And non-physics doubts, generally, when your doubts group is created, don't ask non-physics doubts in that. Don't make it like a Telegram group. You want to have a discussion with me for your personal preparation levels, just try to DM me in the app. That availability is there. Hindi or English, whatever you are comfortable with, I'll be able to use that with you. Okay, now who should take this particular final step course? Whether you are a crash course student of mine or whether you are not, I would suggest the final step course should be taken. The questions that are given in this final step are different from the ones that I have given in the crash course. So these questions will ensure that your concentrated revision for the last 40 days can be done. So students who are new directly take the final step, but in case your learning is not strong, I can recommend the crash course batch 2 also to you. But please beware, since the number of days are less compared to what is the 14-week plan for the crash course, you can only watch the lectures. I'll give the DPPs inside that, but you'll not have time. So better combination for new students would be to complete the lectures in batch 2 and directly do the final step problems. Okay, because final step already have the solutions. There will be a quicker way of finishing things. Don't worry, the concepts that will be covered will be lively in this. It's just that the problems are different from here. Okay, we had more time. Obviously, more number of problems were done during the DPPs and lectures of crash course. So this is one combo. So those students who have joined in crash course, either batch 1 or batch 2, but they watched only lectures and they have some reason because they were working on other subjects and did not do my DPPs in the crash course, they can directly switch to this particular problem solving course. Okay, so those students who are already in crash course, don't ask for why is this final step not free and all that. Remember, already in crash course, without any suggestion, I have given the test series already free. So there's a lot of effort and passion that has been put into, and a lot of days and nights I've put into developing this final step and its solutions. So whatever price I am putting up here is simple compliment to the efforts that has been put into that. Okay, so I hope you'll appreciate what I have done for you in the last few months that you have been with me. And please don't, if you have physics doubts, I'll be there in the last 40-45 days. Let's try to keep away all those requests for making this free and all that. Okay, so already whatever free extra things I wanted to give, I've already given to you. Second suggested combo, imagine you already have got a crash course with a competent teacher and you have studied very well with that, and you're now looking at a two-level practice. Now, the practice in final step is chapter wise, but you want cumulative practice also. Let's say you want 1 hour of grand test practice. So there is already a test series that has been launched at 999 rupees. You can have a combination of these two. Students who have taken test series already, now this, they know how well the problems are compiled in that. The questions of this final step are awaiting for you. You should be taking this. Okay, again, one more thing, the same questions of test series are not again repeated in the finals. Yes, here and there few 5% of the concepts could be repeated, because that is what I want you to revise in the 40-day plan, but care has been taken to ensure that the questions are new. Okay, familiar concepts will be there, familiar situations would be there, but you'll also have very, very good practice of those 750 to 800 problems. Okay, now, upcoming launches, again, I know in the last video I've given this particular order from left to right, but due to my illness, I have done the third one first. And that is the main reason is JEE Advanced 2023 people on the rightmost you could see are having the exam much closer. So 2025 aspirants and 2024 aspirants, yes, I am coming up next. And because the web viewing of the lectures have been put under some security maintenance, that's also one reason. Also, I was not completely well, so I need a bit more of time, few more days, maybe 4 to 5 days before I launch the JEE Advanced 2024 crash course for the droppers or new students who are waiting for me. That 14-week plan and everything, I'll be announcing that. And also JEE Advanced 2025 students, you have enough time. Remember, there will be a full detailed 11th plus 12th course, 60 weeks of teaching. I'll come up with that. Just give me some time for me to get my health back on track, and also get that web viewing of lectures done, which will be ready from Monday anyways. Okay, so these two are going to be soon next, and this I have already fulfilled my promise, as I said. Okay, right. And the usual rules, I'll not waste much time on this. Don't take any screenshots or recording in the particular app. It's not legal. And if you want to follow the other rules of the app, go to the app launch video with this thumbnail in the channel. You can go through that. If you're a 2023 aspirant, don't waste any of this time. This is all formality because I'm launching a course. And remember, again, it's Android mobile only. Get a tab if you want the screen to be bigger so that you can practice. Please make sure that you have a scribble pad, watch the solutions, and even if you don't purchase the course of mine, if you are having some other practice that you are doing, don't get the printouts of DPPs and do it. Watch it from the screen like you do in the final exam, then write down the information of the pulley or process or diagram on the scribble pad, then solve and then check the answer. This printout business should be over. You should have the same kind of experience that you are having on the exam. For bigger screens, always try to go for Android tab. Android tab, study tabs always keep you away from the uh, distractions of internet. If you are using laptop, already using it, fine. Maybe you are, but if you have a choice between Android tab and laptop, always go for the tab. Okay. And in case you are new student and you are using some web emulators or mobile emulator simulator browsers like Brave, you might get banned. In case you are getting banned, just mail me immediately to physicssirjee@gmail.com. I'll try to unban you as soon as possible. So all the very best. Let's stay together. Whether you are a YouTube student or my PhysicsSirjee app course student, all of you are equal to me. I would like my best wishes to be with you, and whatever I can do in my capacity, I'm doing for the betterment of physics of the students. So I would wish you all the best in your last stage or final step, as I call it, in this endeavor, and I'll be there to support you till the end. Okay, so please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. And I hope my health will improve.